Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I think we're live, folks. Uh-oh. Oh, no. First of all, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day to everybody's mother out there. Um, you know, I hope you all, if you're fortunate enough to have your mother around, you're able to spend time with her. I wish that for all of you. You know what I mean? What's up, Jack? What's up, Diosa? How you guys doing? It's the day of the pink gloves. Day of the pink gloves and the pink bats. Ruben, what up? I didn't get to see my mom, but hopefully tomorrow we'll see. My grandmother is in a home now, a facility, and they just had a wave of COVID go through the facility, and yeah, so we didn't want to like pack it with folks, you know what I mean? Talking about video games, yeah, just for random yaps today, you know. I'm sad about the Warriors' position right now. I haven't lost hope though. Have not lost hope. Okay, I got bubbly blackberry is the drink of the stream. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. Which would you like to have more, a pink glove or a pink bat? Probably glove. Pink glove would be cool for Mother's Day. It's like the pink bat, you only use it for a moment, you know, and then it gets all scraped up, marked up. At least if you're hitting dongs like I am, you know what I mean? Hope your grandma stays safe. Thank you, man. She had COVID last week, but thankfully for her age, she's pretty healthy. So she's doing better. She's doing better. What else? Giants lost today. The Twins have taken 2 from us. Elliot Ramos, great game. 2 amazing diving catches, which you'd like to see from someone who has struggled in the field. And it was a back and forth game, and then Twins pulled it out in extras. Yeah, all my teams, man. All my teams just aren't. I don't even know what to say, you know? Like the Warriors, obviously it's Steph being injured, right? That's the issue. Giants have slowed down. Although we have played the most teams like over 500, right? Yeah, the Warriors are in a tough position. The Roots keep losing at home and winning on the road. Bay FC keeps losing. Obviously, the Sharks had a terrible year. The 49ers, it's up in the air. Who knows? Yeah. I don't know. We ain't doing so well. We ain't doing so hot, dude. The Valkyries did win today, preseason. New Valkyrie shirt. So, that's cool. Hopefully the Valkyries will surprise us. They'll pull like a Vegas Golden Knights and be a super successful expansion right off the bat. I mean, they have the best possible backing. You know what I mean? Angel, what up? Yeah, if any expansion team can come into the league and have immediate success, I think it would be a team backed by the Golden State Warriors. So, hopefully. Home opener is next week. I was planning on going. It's kind of up in the air now. Ballers are opening soon. And I also want to go to SF City FC. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Here, let me show you guys. I did not configure my browser. Okay, hold on. Totally forgot. Where'd the video go? Oh, well, if you don't know the story, just real quick. So the Earthquakes are winning. Well, that's good. I didn't know that. I haven't been paying attention to MLS, but I just I can't really support that team right now with John Fisher at the helm. It just feels dirty, you know. But yeah, I would say the Earthquakes would be my MLS team. As casual as I've been, that's been my team. But I can't right now. I can't be like emotionally invested in them. But there's a couple teams historically that have played in San Francisco, soccer teams, and there was one that was making a push. I don't. All the levels are still confusing to me, but there was a team that was level 1 or 2 called the San Francisco Deltas a few years ago that was not popular at all, and they ended up folding. They had a ton of money behind them, and it was kind of like Tech Bros. It was kind of like Tech Bros trying to do soccer in San Francisco, and it just didn't fit the city at all. It fit, Dreamforce, but not San Francisco. So there wasn't a lot of hometown support. And there's a team that's played, I think, in just different iterations for many, many years in semi-pro team called SF City FC. They, have a loyal fan base. They're not a huge team. And they have some of the best marketing and branding out there, I think. Well, maybe not marketing, but best branding. They have awesome kits. They have really cool merch. They tie into the community, a lot of local community support. And they play at Kezar Stadium. And I've been wanting to kind of buy into the team, but they haven't had community funding in the same way as like the Roots or the Ballers. But, it's definitely a team I want to support. My buddy Jonathan, if you have seen me at A's games and stuff, in Giants games, he's been with me at a bunch of stuff. He's a supporter of them as well. And they just announced via the mayor. So we have a new mayor in San Francisco, Daniel Lurie. And Daniel Lurie announced this new team that I think is going to be L2 or something. Again, I don't know all the levels of soccer, but it's called Golden City FC. Okay, so the mayor put out a video announcing this team, and there's a website, and this is all that's on the website: email and this text. And a sign up for exclusive updates thing. This is all they put out. And so rightfully, SF City FC is kind of like, well, that's strange. So they put out a statement, club statement. And also this team, Golden City FC, announced that they are going to be playing at Kezar, and they are going to be remodeling Kezar. Right? But SF City FC already plays there. So they said, several reviews sent us posts about a soccer announcement that took place earlier today. We want to make it clear, because there can be obvious confusion, that this is in no way, shape, or form related to us. We're committed to being San Francisco's only community-owned soccer team and the country's oldest. We serve you, the working class, the families, the high school kids, creating their own traditions within the club. We're currently focused on making this our biggest season yet, and on deepening our commitment to the community through collaboration and partnership. We can't wait to see you at our home opener this Wednesday as we celebrate 100 years of Kezar Stadium. And they do have an awesome patch, Kezar patch. I'm going to show you guys this video they did too, because Daniel Lurie did this video. Daniel Lurie did this video announcing it, and so SF City FC did a really funny comeback video. So obviously they feel a type of way about it, you know. Shot Simple, what up? Yeah, Diosa. With John Fisher at the helm of the Earthquakes, it's hard to be excited about them. Oakland Colonels, they play old-fashioned baseball in Oakland and surrounding. I think I have heard of them. I would love to see that. Yeah, the San Francisco Glens. The San Francisco Glens are also building a new stadium at Treasure Island. Gabriel is back again. Tell a friend. SBB. Oh, sweet baby boy. All right, let me show you guys this. I actually wasn't planning on talking about this, but I'm kind of glad it came up. Also, here's the patch. So this is the Kezar Stadium patch. I'm going to try to get one. I want to go to the game. I don't know if I can, but I want this patch so bad. So I will spend cash money for this patch someday. I don't have cash money right now, but someday I will have cash money and I will buy this patch. All right, so they put out this.
San Francisco City FC.
Hold on. So they edited Daniel Lurie's Golden City FC video.
I am fired up. San Francisco City FC coming to Kezar.
That's right, Mayor Soccer does return here to Kezar next Wednesday at 6:30.
So I hope you guys can hear this.
The oldest community-owned football club in America, San Francisco City Football Club.
And I mean, look at the jerseys, the Muni jerseys and stuff. Like they're sponsored by Muni. Yeah. So I like SF City FC, and I totally understand why they feel a type of way. So it's, I just don't trust whoever is behind this. Like announced by the mayor, like what? And we looked up who the people are. It's like some finance bros. They're kind of dancing around if they're actually from San Francisco or not. Like they're based in San Francisco, but are they from there? I don't know. I just think like why would you not like try to invest and bolster the team that's already there, already playing in Kezar? It's just kind of it just seems like a shady move. But maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't trust these guys. And here's the thing. Golden City FC. That's an awful name. That name sucks. Golden City? Who calls it the Golden City? That's not a thing. You know what I mean? Like, do they even know why the Golden Gate is called the Golden Gate? Like, what is the Golden Gate? Like, do they know the history about that? Do they know the history about the Golden Horn in Istanbul and what's his name? Was it Portola? What was the explorer? One of the explorers. But like, Golden City is not anything that people call San Francisco. Like, it's such a corny name, and it just sounds like AI made it, or like someone who doesn't know anything about San Francisco other than the Golden Gate, and they're like, "Oh, we can call it the Golden City." I don't trust it. So, support SF City FC, actual community team. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm worried about the big money and where the big money is coming from. But you know, hey, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm just a guy. What's up, bro? Mother's Day is ruined by the Giants loss today. Yeah, I just talked about that a moment ago. It sucks. All my teams suck right now, you know? All my teams suck. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. Bay Area Throwbacks, what up? Oakland Soul playing their home opener right now. Is it broadcast anywhere? Seems like there's a lot of investors just to make money with sports teams. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, who are these guys? Why just... There was no build-up. There was no rumors. There was no nothing. Just suddenly the mayor is like, oh, we're rebuilding Kezar with a new team. Like, what? Where did this come from? I'm just skeptical. I'm just skeptical, especially when there's already a team that I like that plays at Kezar. It's like, why did, like, if Daniel Lurie is the one announcing the Kezar renovation, does that mean there's public funds going to it? And if so, why weren't the public funds going to SF City FC that's been there for decades and decades? Like, I don't know. I just don't know if I trust it. I don't trust it, dude. I don't trust it. Yeah. I'll just show, just because they're in the thumbnail and I'm going to forget if I don't. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys. I have this Allen Iverson 2001 MVP. Kind of the classic bobblehead style. I posted in the Discord. I think these style jerseys, but the black ones, they might come back next season for the Sixers as their classic edition. And then I just got this one. It's actually tiny. I didn't realize it was so tiny, but I kind of like it. Another AI with the braids. Allen Iverson is pretty much been my favorite player since he was at Georgetown. So I have to get the AI. And I didn't know what else to put in the thumbnail, so I grabbed those. I have family in Texas. Was weird. They always ask, how's things going in Golden, California? That's, yeah. See, it's like, that's like a term that people not from here might think of. Like, I had to Google who a LA Knight is. Oh. Dude, Bay Area Throwbacks is collecting minor league stadiums and balls. The only good thing today was RDC World 1 made another LeBron lost video. I'm not sure who that is. Is that a YouTuber or a TikToker? I'm assuming. We were also. Let's talk about GTA. Who's excited, dude? Who's excited for GTA, dude? I'm an old man. I started playing GTA when I was a kid. I played the first GTA. I played GTA 2. They were both really fun, but like they weren't popular. And then GTA 3 obviously changed everything. Like GTA 3, the first 3D one, like it went stupid. It went stupid, dude. And I played that like crazy. Actually, you know what's funny? So I played the first Grand Theft Auto I had on PlayStation. I think the first PlayStation, I want to say. Was that when it was released? I think it was the first PlayStation. Or PlayStation 2, but I think it was the first one. And then GTA 2, I want to say they didn't release it for PlayStation or something. But so I had it on PC. I played it on a computer, right? But I didn't have money to buy it. So I got the demo. And then there was like a crack for the demo so you could play it forever or something like that. So I played the GTA 2 demo. It was when it was still top down, like it wasn't 3D. I played that demo like crazy, but it was like only a small part of the map, I think. But like, I couldn't get the full game. But yeah, then 3 went stupid. Vice City went stupid, you know? And then GTA San Andreas, that was my life when it came out because it was finally California. Like I used to do all the things like try to find Bigfoot. I would take CJ out to the little woods where there was like the abandoned car and just be there for hours just seeing if I could get the Bigfoot to spawn. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was fun. And then GTA 4 came out and it didn't connect with me as much. I still played it. I beat it and stuff, but it definitely didn't grab me like the previous ones had. But obviously it was still super cool. My favorite thing about games like that is always like just exploring. Like I like the exploring aspect more than anything. And obviously Rockstar Games, they have like the most detailed maps, Whereas like a lot of other open world games and games with big worlds, they just kind of like copy and paste stuff. Like, you know, when you go like certain games, there'll be like maybe villages you can visit, but when you get to the villages, they all kind of look the same. Like, it's just copy and paste the assets. But with Rockstar games, like, they actually, it feels like a real world. They're not just copy and pasted. And my favorite game was Red Dead Redemption, and then Red Dead Redemption 2. Favorite games of all time. I still play Red Dead Redemption 2 occasionally. I actually just kind of completed a playthrough, or almost completed a playthrough a few months ago. And yeah, so GTA 5 came out, 12 years ago now? Which is crazy. And I played it a lot. It was fun, but like it still didn't grab me the way like Vice City and San Andreas grabbed me. I don't know if it's just because I was already older or what. And then I played online briefly when online first came out. But then I don't like I like more realistic games. So like once GTA Online became like people on like flying motorcycles and like all that stuff, I was out. Like, I'm cool. Like I'd rather, like, if I was gonna play GTA Online, I'd want it to be where we're just like regular dudes with like with just some pistols, you know, having a shootout, like in Rodeo Drive or whatever they call it in the game. I can't remember. Like, I don't care. I don't want to do all the rocket launchers and helicopters and all that. That's like if you're playing Battlefield. I don't know. Bay Area Throwback's going to be the next Zach Hampel. Gonna buy a PS5. I probably will too, honestly. I can't. That's the thing, is even though they don't grab me like they used to, I still want to play it so bad. I'm not big into gaming anymore, but like even when I gamed, I always liked the more realistic games. So like Grand Theft Auto, I liked it because it was like our world. It wasn't like, I was never into like Halo and stuff because it's like, all right, Space Marines. I'm not really into that. I'm not into the fantasy or the sci-fi type stuff. I like grounded games, so I like GTA. I like Red Dead. I like LA Noire. Like a lot of Rockstar stuff. I like. It doesn't have to be like super realistic. Like, I love Days Gone, so it's like zombies, but it's like in a realistic way. That's kind of what I'm into. So I still want to play it, you know. Can't wait for GTA 6. I've watched the new trailer too many times to admit. That's funny. Me too, man, actually. Bay Area Aviation, what up? So when the first Red Dead, when they first came out with like some screenshots, this was like 2007, 2008. I was obsessed. You guys know I love Wild West stuff, and GTA was my favorite game. So I was like, oh my God, a Western GTA by Rockstar also. Like, so I knew the quality would be good. I was obsessed with Red Dead. Leading up to it, I would check there was a different world back then. Social media wasn't huge. Like, social media was really just social media, you being social with your friends. You didn't you didn't get news or anything through social media. Like, social media was just your friends' updates. It wasn't like now where if you go on social media, it's all ads and news and all that. So like, I would have to go to the blogs or whatever, or the forums, and I would just be refreshing for any news. And I hadn't done that in a long time. Like, you know what? I got addicted to games like that too, was in the mid to late 90s, the wrestling games. Like, whenever there was a new wrestling game announced, like there was like WCW versus NWO, and then there was it WCW versus the World? I don't remember. It was the ones on Nintendo 64. And then they had WWF No Mercy. Or did it change to WWE at that point? I don't remember. But it was the same game engine. I was obsessed with those in the updates. But yeah, so Red Dead, I would just be refreshing. I would be like fantasizing about like what this game's going to be like. and then they dropped like a trailer, and I just watched it over and over. And then I remember the lead up to Red Dead was super cool because they did these informational trailers of like things you could do in the game and stuff like that. And then I remember I was getting all my coworkers at the time, I was getting them hyped up. So some of my coworkers were even gonna buy PS3s so we could all play. And so we were all hyped up. And I remember it was supposed to come out like September 11th. It was September 11th, 2009 or something, but there was no updates the closer it got to the date. And I think it was like the day it was supposed to come out, they finally said like delayed until like March. And I remember I came into work, and my buddy, he's like, "Oh, so you heard, huh?" He could see it on my face because I came in like so anyways, like, I'm just saying all that to say, like, I'm trying to get hyped for this game. Like, I want to feel that excitement again, you know? Like, so with this trailer, for the first time in a decade at least, I like watched the trailer, then I watched it in slow-mo to try to like find little things, you know? Like, you can see a raccoon going into the trash and stuff like that. You can see a blimp in the background. Like, there's a lot of little things to find. And, you know, as a Disneyland guy, like, I'm really excited about, like, they're supposed to be rumored to be via the leaks, like a Disney World in there. I love just playing online. No rules, don't gotta do any missions, just cause chaos. Yeah, see, that's what I don't like. Like, I don't know. It is fun for a little bit, but it's like not what gets me to the game, I guess. Cyberpunk 2077 has a great open world. Yeah, I've been wanting to maybe check that out. It's just, like I said, I'm not really too into like sci-fi stuff, but I don't know. It does look cool. Ubisoft is super guilty of copy and paste open worlds for sure. Yeah. GTA San Andreas was life changing here in California. All I remember is people talking about every little thing you do. Yeah, and dude, like I went to like the midnight release at GameStop for San Andreas, or was it still Funcoland at the time? I don't remember, but I went to the midnight release for that. Like, I did a bunch of midnight releases for GTAs back in the day. GTA, FIFA, and NBA 2K. It's a good lineup. Yeah, I play the show a little bit, but I haven't bought the show in years, so I'm still playing like the show 2020 or something. The opposite. I love sci-fi fantasy games. Yeah, that's not for me. I did play Half-Life back in the day, Half-Life 1 and 2. Just because I love the engine. And I played, but what I preferred was I played Half-Life mods, like Day of Defeat online, because it was World War II. It was a little more grounded, which I really enjoyed. Let's go. What have you been doing if you weren't a YouTuber and never thought of being one before? I mean, well, I'm not really a YouTuber. I'm just a guy who does videos. You know, it's not like this pays my bills or anything, or this is my career. I just do videos. So what I would be doing is probably the same thing I'm doing, just trying to survive. JRPGs. I've never been in JRPGs. That's like, I could never, I don't see myself ever getting into it. It just doesn't speak for me, you know? Happy 510 day yesterday. Yep. Cyberpunk's actually pretty believable for a future sci-fi game. Yeah, that's why I think I might be able to get into it. But I don't really have time to game. I just play a little bit here and there. But yeah, so I gotta be honest though, with GTA 6, like, I'm a little worried that it's in Florida. Like, does anyone else feel like that? Like, it's all flat, and they announce like on the website it has areas, and there is like a national park that's supposed to have some mountains and stuff. But like, if you go to like the huge mountains, like Mount Chiliad and stuff, and then even Red Dead has huge mountains, and then it's just gonna be all flat. I don't know. I kind of hope they have some tricks up their sleeves so it's not just all flatlands, you know? Part of me just feels like Florida's limiting when it comes to gameplay. Where, like, California, San Andreas is like perfect because you get a little bit of everything. Like you got desert, you got wilderness, you got mountains, you got the beach, you got some city. It's kind of, I mean, that's like the beauty of California in real life too, you know? So it's kind of like the perfect place if you're going to have a state for all kinds of gameplay. And then I think like Liberty City and stuff is like perfect for if you want city gameplay because it's, you know, a major city with all different boroughs and stuff. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. I think like the Everglades and stuff, like I said, I like exploration. So I really hope the Everglades and all that has like a bunch of stuff to explore and check out. I'm not really going to hold my breath. I don't know if they focus on that kind of stuff anymore. But, you know, like with Red Dead, it's like I just loved stumbling on a random cabin and then you explore the cabin, and then a lot of the cabins would have like stories. They have nothing to do with the actual storyline of the game. There's nothing to do. It's literally just something to see. Like there's one cabin where like the kids locked themselves in the cabin waiting for their parents who never returned, and then like died. And then there's the cabin with the meteor hit the cabin and killed everyone inside. Like it's just random stuff to explore. That's the kind of stuff I like. So I'm hoping GTA has some of that. Now GTA typically has some of that, not as much as like Red Dead, where Red Dead really like with the treasure maps and all that, it really made exploration part of the game. GTA a lot less so, but I'm hoping for something, you know. They Hunger. I don't know if I played They Hunger. Baseball games were my thing on PS2. You never buy here in Australia. Oh man, I didn't even think about that. Australia, in my opinion, is pretty lifelike. I didn't play that. Have you ever tried Rocket League? I have tried Rocket League. Rocket League is really fun. Rocket League is really fun. Like, I would say I got really good at Rocket League for like a normie. Like, really good without knowing all the like tricks. Because you know how some people just know that. Like, I didn't play enough to the people that could basically fly, like time their turbo to like fly. I never got to that point, but as far as just a regular player, I got pretty good. Like, and I just play simple matches, so I don't do anything crazy. Like for me, it's literally just like a way to disconnect for a moment and just kind of relax. And like, I just, you know, you gotta like tickle that like that competitive bug, I guess. And so Rocket League is perfect for that. But Rocket League, this is what pisses me off about Rocket League. So many people playing don't have any sort of like idea about like strategy or like, all right, this is for people, if you play sports, you typically can get this where it's like, think of it actually like real soccer. I'm trying to think how to explain this. So basically, there's a lot of people that play Rocket League. If they just see the ball, they just want to hit it. No kind of strategy, no nothing. Just, oh, the ball's near me, hit it. And that irritated me so much. Like, sometimes it's better to not hit the ball, if that makes sense. Like if you see a soccer player running, sometimes the ball will go by. He doesn't just kick it as it goes by. He'll let it keep going the direction it's going because it has a strategic advantage to keep the momentum that way. But with Rocket League, it's like people who don't understand that. So they'll just, like, the ball will be like slowly bouncing into a perfect position for someone to like make a good shot, and someone else will just be nearby and be like, oh, the ball hit it, and then just completely ruin that chance. Like, think of like if in soccer, if you're getting set up and then someone just kicks it the other way just because they're near it. I don't know. That irritated me. But I like Rocket League. Thunderbolts, I have not watched it, so no. I didn't like the fact that they like they spoiled the movie though with the marketing. Does that mean the new GTA is gonna have hurricanes? Probably. I do plan on replaying Red Dead 2 again, but I'm not ready to cry again. Yeah, it's my favorite game. Kind of hate that's in Florida. I would have preferred to have Liberty City. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I loved Vice City, but it's like, you know, that was just in the city. It was a much different expectation for the game. I don't know. It's all flatlands and stuff. And I don't know, the swamps and the Everglades should be cool. I hope it's not one of those things where I explore the whole map. I'm like, all right, Burnout. Did I play Burnout? I don't know if I played Burnout. It's not Florida, it's Vice City, which is a spoof of Florida. Well, I know, but it's Florida. You never played Red Dead 1 or 2? Oh my god, dude. Oh, my favorite. My favorite game. I have a Red Dead poster on my wall in my living room. That's how much I love it. I have on my tattoo. He's using Schofields, which is my favorite gun, my favorite pistols in Red Dead. And this guy up here, sorry, I don't know how to. He has the Lancaster. It's like the Lancaster. I think it's like the Henry in real life. But I had him put my favorite guns from Red Dead as a Easter egg in this tattoo. It has other Easter eggs as well. This is the church from Bodie, so that's the real church. These are the headstones from the Union Cemetery in Redwood City I've done a video at. So this is my Wild West tattoo, and it's got a bunch of Easter eggs of things I like. But yeah, that's how much I love Red Dead. Are you going to the new Disney park? Well, it's not going to be open for years, but who knows? Fusion Frenzy? I don't remember that. Going to the Giants A's game? I am not. No. But yeah, GTA 6, man. We'll talk about it when it comes out, I'm gonna have to get a PS5 for it, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of broke though. I don't know if I'll ever get out of this hole, so we'll see. I do hope they have the Disney park in there spoof, that'll be really cool. All right, what else were we gonna talk about? Speaking of Disneyland, so yeah, Disneyland. I'll skip that one. And Disney announced a new park in Abu Dhabi. Let's see. Let me get. So, Disney Abu Dhabi and a growing theme park capital at crossroads of the world. Its newest theme park will be in Abu Dhabi, offers further confirmation and status to the United Arab Emirates as a global consumer crossroads located in the Middle East. So the concept art for it is super vague or kind of ambiguous. It looks like a sloppy painting, so you can't really tell what's going on here. I'll show you guys if you haven't seen it. I can't really even tell what it's supposed to be. But obviously, based on UAE, I'm sure it'll be it looks fancy. It looks like some sort of glass tower. I don't know if that's the Frozen castle. I doubt it. I don't know. I know I'd like playing it, just never got around to it. Shot Simple. Well, first of all, Shot Simple. I have a package for you sitting at my mom's house in her living room, taking up space because you will not reply with your address. So please reply with your address. That's number one. Number two, you got to play Red Dead, dude. You got to. Like video when you went to Disneyland with your niece. Great to see you have a good relationship with your niece. Thank you, Kevin. You're one of the few people that watched that video. So I appreciate it, man. We're going to be back there in a couple months, so I'm excited. I probably won't be doing videos, though, since obviously people do not want those videos. I have an Xbox Series X. Today in Rocket League, I was midair. My controller disconnected. And you still scored? That's funny. Do you think there will be a Disneyland GTA 6, like a parody? Well, that's the rumor. The rumor is there's supposed to be a Disney World type of thing. The leaked map showed one, so I really hope that would be a lot of fun. And I hope it's not one of those things where you can't go inside, like the stadium in San Andreas. What up, Blue? I hate that we've come to the point already where most games are on new consoles. I'm too broke. Yeah, me too. This new Disney keeps their animatronics working, unlike Splash Mountain. Is that what they want to do for Disneyland's anniversary? No, Disneyland's anniversary is starting, the official celebration starting this week. I will be there with my niece on the actual birthday, July 17th. Maybe it will be Genie themed. One thing I hate, these new consoles really hard to play the old games. Yeah, everything should be backwards compatible at this point. But anyways, this is the concept art. Now it's like a lot of people are kind of upset. The United Arab Emirates, they do not have the best track record when it comes to civil rights and human rights and stuff like that. You know, I don't know a ton about it. I'm not an expert, but you know, they build all these amazing buildings in Dubai and all that stuff, and it's purported to be like a lot of slave labor and stuff like that. And there's also the fact that they're a very I guess Sharia law it's not across the board, but it's pretty strict. Whereas Disney has been represented as more of a, you know, inclusive company for everybody. And so a lot of people are upset about that, which I totally get. Because there's so many things that are limited. There's so many things that are Disney that I don't know if they would accept. Right? So it seems kind of weird. Like, are you allowed to have like strong princesses? I don't know. I don't know enough about like how they run things, but it doesn't seem like it, you know? And you definitely can't have like LGBTQ plus representation. So it does seem strange for them to partner. And it is another sign that when it comes to making money and the shareholders, they don't care about any of that stuff, you know, like when it comes down to it. Now, Disney fans and the creatives and the people that actually matter, that matters to them. But when it comes to the shareholders and the people just trying to make money, they don't care, right? They will play up whatever makes them the most money, and then they will completely disregard that and do a 180 if they can have this huge deal done in the United Arab Emirates. So I just thought it was interesting. And I think was that the 7th park around the world now? I've lost track. Disneyland, Disney World, Disneyland Paris, Tokyo, Shanghai, Hong Kong. So is this 7? Am I missing one? I think that's it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm just interested to see how they get around some of the things that are Disney that they don't accept. Did you ever play Watch Dogs 1 or 2? I did. I played 2 because it was in San Francisco. I showed it in my San Francisco Silos episode because they had the abandoned silos were in the game. There wasn't a Disneyland GTA 5, which is disappointing. It's just Santa Monica. Well, it's not LA, that's why. Really hoping so would be the cherry on top, even if abandoned for some storyline reason. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm really hoping. To be fair, I think Disney did open a theme park in China. Yeah, that was also controversial. There's one in Shanghai, so that was controversial as well. Do a variety Disney style logo. It's a good idea. No, Sharia isn't as strict in Dubai. Yeah, it's not as strict, but they definitely have their rules. So when are you going to do a gaming stream? I don't know. Probably never, dude. I'm not really a gamer, you know. There's much more entertaining people than me. If you're not Muslim, I think you're able to drink alcohol, but still, yeah. when the Dodgers had it that night and there was a riot outside and some of the players were hating on it. It's weird, man. Don't hate people. I know I shouldn't be, but I'm always astounded by how greedy some people are, especially the investors. For sure, man. Like, I definitely look. This is an inclusive channel. I've said that before. I do not hate anyone. I don't care about your orientations. I don't care about how you identify. I respect it. It's nothing but love. So I definitely feel bad for like Disney fans who feel like they're kind of stabbed in the back because Disney has been a company that has taken a lot of flack for being inclusive and supporting a lot of human rights and civil rights and stuff like that. So I definitely understand why Disney fans would be upset. And all right, and then that was leading me to, speaking of Disneyland, I saw this post and I couldn't stop laughing, and it had me thinking, are you going to Blue Bayou again? I mean, I always want to, but this trip is going to be a lot tighter financially, so probably not. I know my mom has a friend who happens to be gay and they're visiting Egypt. Yeah, that's kind of worrisome, you know. Do a game stream. If you play online, I'm sure we'd join you. Maybe. You should do a gaming stream. If you know who I mean, Mr. Gamer himself. He should. So this post, there's a kid piloting the Millennium Falcon on Smuggler's Run at Disneyland, right? And it says, if you're riding Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run at Hollywood Studios or Disneyland, here's your mom tip of the day. You can request for your little one to be the pilot. It's not guaranteed, but if you kindly ask the cast member at the loading area, they'll often do what they can to make it happen, especially if it's your kiddo's first time or a big Star Wars fan moment. And let me tell you, seeing their face as they sit in Han Solo's seat, take controls, and punch it into hyperspace, unreal. One of those moments you'll never forget. Right? So if you guys haven't been on it, and I did do a video showing Smuggler's Run, if you're interested, because, you know, my Disneyland videos barely got any views, so I guess people don't want that content, but whatever. So there's different roles. So there's 2 pilots, 2 engineers, 2 gunners, right? So the pilots, one does left and right, the other does up and down and hyperspace. So she posted a picture of this kid. I mean, this kid's got to be, 2-3 years old? And so the comments were hilarious. And for the rest of your party, the ride is ruined. Never let your kid pilot the craft. Han and Chewie wouldn't let them. We intentionally asked not to be pilots. Didn't want to ruin it for anyone. We let our youngest drive. Biggest mistake of our lives. The other 5 of us were so nauseous. And some of us waited 40 plus years to pilot the Falcon. Get in the back, kid. And that kid's like 2. He has no clue who any of them are. So I just thought this was super funny because I see it both ways, and I'm always kind of like conflicted with stuff like this too. It comes down to like getting baseballs at games too, because I remember Bill Burr had a joke of like, I used to get elbowed by adults as a kid getting balls, and now I get one and I'm expected to like give it to a kid. And look, Bay Area Throwbacks was in here earlier. He got 4 balls this weekend. I've been going to games my whole life for decades, 3 decades of gaming now, right? Almost 4, getting close to 4 decades of going to games. I've never gotten a ball. I've never gotten a foul ball. I've never gotten a toss up. I've never gotten someone hand one to me. I've never gotten a baseball at a baseball game. All the videos you guys have seen me do, never gotten a baseball. There's one main reason is because I won't rush. I won't like push people out of the way. I won't fight for it. At the Sacramento A's game though, one did land right between my legs, but it bounced away and I was holding my camera so I couldn't grab it. But yeah, I've never gotten a ball. Most of my younger years were spent in the nosebleeds, so balls did not come up there. So now I kind of feel like, all right, like if I get a ball now, I got to give it to a kid. I never got one. So I totally understand this. So when me and my niece went on this ride, she wanted to be the pilot, but it was two of us, right? So we both got to pilot. So the first time, if you see the videos, we go on it twice in two different videos. The first video, she asked. The second video, we didn't ask. They just happened to put us as the pilot. So it's like, I see it both ways because I'm like, all right, that'd be awesome to see a kid pilot the ship, you know? But at the same time, like, if you don't know how to pilot the ship, it is a bumpy ride because you hit everything and it's no fun. You just feel like it's all going down the drain. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to sneeze right now. Sneeze cam. Emergency broadcast. We're sneezing, folks. Oh, he's not sneezing. I wanted to sneeze. Couldn't sneeze. But yeah, so it's like if a kid gets to do it, it's like it's cool, right? And the thing is, when I go with like my niece or go before I took like with my ex, we took her sisters and stuff. Like I want the kids to be able to have fun and stuff. But like at what point does it like ruin it for other people? You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with Disney being inclusive. I just don't like how they treat their workers. I agree with that. Missed the live stream alert. I don't think there was an alert. I know GTA 5 wasn't technically set in LA. It's supposed to be LA, and Disneyland is not in LA, so I think that's why. The Modesto Nuts are being renamed the Inland Empire 66ers. I didn't know that. Watch a grown-up throw a fit saying the kid crashed it. Some Disney grown-ups are weirdos. I got handed a ball at spring training. Not really handed, but it was middle school and the kid gave the ball to me. That's cool. Go to minor league games in spring training. Your chance of getting a ball is far higher. Yeah, for sure. Convinced Barrier throwbacks is baseball Jedi. He Obi-Wan player mind into throwing him balls. Probably. So do you think about the Yankee fan that caught a home run, then his friends celebrated with him and knocked the ball out and some random Yankee fan just scooped it up? Yeah, dude, that dude was a jerk. I heard he gave the ball back, but that was hilarious. But wrong, but hilarious. It's crazy that you have never got a ball. One MLB, my dad got me a ball. The thing is, like, most of the baseball games I went to as a kid, I was in the nosebleeds, or I was with my grandmother or my mom or something, and they're passive people. They're not like, let me get you a ball. And I've almost gotten a ball a bunch of times, but I've never actually got one. Reminds me of Zach Tampa, who'd always run towards the ball to catch it. Yeah, I don't want to like push people out of the way and like, I don't know. So I just never fight for it. What are the surge prices whether you buy a seat, get an area with foul balls more common to get? I don't know. No Satchel Paige bobble yet. You talking about the Allen Iverson one? I've had this one a while. I just never showed it. Getting foul ball at MLB Park is significantly harder. Yeah, for sure. So anyways, yeah, back to this. Like, I don't know. I honestly see it both ways, man. I see it both ways because it's like you say Disney adults are weirdos. There's a lot of weird Disney adults, but I wouldn't say I'm a Disney adult, but I love Disneyland. I get super excited. So it's like, and this is just for the argument. I'm not saying this is how I feel, but like, am I not allowed to like have those fun moments because I'm old now? And the thing is, I love giving it up. You know, obviously, I could go to Disneyland by myself or with a friend or something. You know, like I could do it, but I hadn't gone for years. Last year, I flew my niece out for it. I brought my brother too. I'm flying her out again this year. Like, I don't want to just do it on my own. I want to, you know, I want people to have those special moments and stuff like that. And you know, with my niece, I'm like, I want everything for her. So I get it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't see why just being an adult means you aren't allowed to like have a special moment or get something special either. Now, I think if it's this situation, so if you got the kid and if an adult is like upset about it, then you just have to accept it. You can't be upset about it. But I do understand where it's like, man, because sometimes I get like that with Disneyland where I'm like, there's people clogging up the lanes and their kids are like a year old. And it's like, this kid's not even gonna know what's happening. Like, to me, I think if I have kids, which probably won't ever happen, but I would like it to happen if it ever does. I don't think I would bring my kids to Disneyland until they're like at least 3 or 4, at least, maybe even older. Cause it's like, what are we going clogging up, taking up space? Like, kid doesn't even know what's going on. Now, a lot of times people say, well, it's for the parents. Like they want to bring their kids and all. I get that. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think I'd rather have the first picture at Disneyland with my kid, and my kid like actually know what's going on. I don't know. I just feel like there's no criteria like set. Like I just understand both kind of parts of it. Cause like, dude, I want to pilot the Falcon, dude. Like, what are you talking? I waited my whole life for this, man. I waited my whole life for this, dude. I think it's just funny. Now, you shouldn't get upset either way, but I understand either way, you know. Grow up, Dylan. Yeah, you're right. In a society where people look down upon people who enjoy things that are meant for kids. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. It's like people will be like, "Oh, Disneyland's for kids." Like, no, the Walt Disney's whole purpose was he was like, theme parks are always made for just kids, and the adults just have to sit there and eat popcorn, sit on a bench while their kids ride the carousel. So like he wanted to make a place for everybody, and that's kind of the thing, right? Did you hear about the Tony Gwynn auction? No, I didn't. What, his stuff or what? Another example of adults playing dress up is severely looked down upon. I never understood why that is. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but whatever makes people happy, man. Hell late, but GTA 2 did come out on PS1 and Dreamcast as well. Okay, I couldn't remember. Oh yeah, London. I played London as well. I understand your comment about sweater vest people. During the 7th inning stretch at Truist Park, they didn't even get up to sing. Yeah, man. That's so annoying. Area 15 in Vegas, you should check it out. Trippy Disney. No, I want to. That's the plan, for sure. I want to see Omega Mart. Trust me, I've collected them all except the handhelds and Trilogy Remaster. If I have kids, first rule is family means nothing in Uno. Super Smash Brothers, bro. Before you know, they'll start charging $50 to drive it. I know, right? But I don't know. It's like, because look, if I was on this Falcon with this kid piloting, I would kind of be like, at the parents, like, come on, dude. Like, he doesn't even know what he's doing, man. Like, let someone else do it. That's kind of how I feel. And you know what I would do? When the ride is over and everyone's leaving, put my kid in the seat and get a picture. And let them play for like 10 seconds before they kick us out. That's what I would do. But yeah, I don't you guys kind of said it, like, just because I'm an adult doesn't mean I don't want to have fun and have cool things happen to me, and to other adults as well. Like, I'm not saying I have to pilot it, but I wouldn't mind if another adult's piloting it. So I just don't understand just blanket across the board. It's for kids. Only let the kids do it. You know? And that's the thing is, like, I always fear. I have a fear of, like, if I get my first baseball, finally at a game, right? And there, like, happens to be a kid sitting next to me. And then Kruk and Kipe, like, shame me because I don't want to give the ball up. That's my biggest fear. Disneyland and most big theme parks seem more family-oriented. Yeah. Tony Gwynn's family is auctioning off his famous baseball items. Wow. Wow, I didn't hear about that. Theme parks for me are pretty special for some reason. We don't really have theme parks. Closest true theme park to me is Silverwoods. Dude, I want to go to Silverwoods bad. That's on my list. So yeah. I don't know. I just thought that was a funny kind of like argument. And the comments had me dying. Like, these comments. Some of us waited 40 years to pilot the Falcon. Get in the back, kid. Like, I totally get it. And for the rest of the party, the ride is ruined. That's the thing, too, is like, it's not like, you know, on Indiana Jones, there's like the driver's seat. The wheel doesn't do anything, right? But like on Smuggler's Run, you have slight control of the ride. It's not like total control, but like you have a little bit of control of the ride. And when you mess up or you hit like a meteor, or you hit one of the things, the cabin shakes a little and there's like a red light, and so it's like if you have a kid piloting, the whole ride's just so it's like there's consequences to it. It's not just, you know, I don't know. I just thought it was funny, man. And look, if you see me on TV and I finally catch a baseball, please don't shame me, dude. Please don't shame me. I never got a ball as a kid. I went to countless games at Candlestick. Went to the Oakland Coliseum. But I was always sitting in the nosebleeds, dude. And the balls didn't come up that way, okay? So when you see me grab a ball and snub the kid next to me, you're not seeing a grown man. You're seeing a young kid who got $5 seats, $5 upper deck seats at Candlestick. That's who you're seeing right there. Okay? Hit him with the DX suck it. What up, man? Went to Silverwood 1 year. I visited my uncle in Spokane. Another theme park I've been to is Adventureland. Never even heard of that one. Yeah, that's all I was gonna talk about today. But I did want to talk about. I don't know if I should do this. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I just wanted to say this dude's a clown. All right. Now so obviously with the whole saga, the A's being in Sacramento, there's a lot of contentiousness and fans being upset and all that. And obviously you guys know how I feel. I think the A's should have stayed in Oakland. I think they had plenty of opportunities to stay in Oakland. I think 92% of the blame is on John Fisher and the Oakland A's office. Like, it was them. And this is not, you know, a lot of the times people base these things on like pure emotion. This is not my emotion. This is like the facts. Like, they sabotaged almost every step of the way. The story, I've told you guys this before, but they needed to do an environmental impact study and they like wouldn't do it. And the deadline was coming up. So the city of Oakland paid for it for them. They did everything to drag their feet. They did everything to cause division amongst the fan base and the team. And they wanted the place to be empty. You know how they wanted the place empty? Because they didn't do anything to fix it. They did nothing. They didn't say anything. They didn't make any changes. They didn't do anything. I don't know how anyone got balls at Candlestick. That ballpark was like a Grand Canyon. Yeah. Godzilla Kong Supernova. I have not. Only time I went, I actually got to sit behind home plate. It was a really cool ballpark. We sat in the outfield. There's no way even Barry Bonds' the best day. Couldn't hit a ball. John Fisher should have gone to the Dan Snyder treatment where they forced him into a sale. Agreed. I love people who are saying the A's home opener sold out, but the stadium holds 14K. Yeah. The White Sox are doing the same thing. So a lot of these teams do the same thing. This is not new, and that's the thing. This playbook has been done before. It's clear now. There's obviously some fans in Sacramento that are embracing the team still, but as I showed in my video, it's not that many, and with dwindling attendance, it's even less than it was before. There's the fans feeling like they're getting screwed over with their season tickets because they're paying however much and they can't even sell them. Like they have ruined their fan base. And then you got people, right? There's a whole bunch of people that are going back and forth about it on the internet. Okay? And I'm using this to highlight what I can't stand. I'm just ranting. All right? Just consider me being in a bad mood and wanting to talk trash, okay? But there's people like this. Okay? Las Vegas A's news this is on Twitter. X. All right? Unapologetically honest, celebrating MLB in Vegas. Your trusted source for real Las Vegas A's news. You know, obviously they're a huge deal. Okay? But this person replies to everything. There's like a certain demographic of these fans that go on and just talk trash. Okay? So this reporter, I think he is a journalist, something like that, from Vegas posted this. Rooted in Oakland until they weren't. 3 teams left because nobody could solve the issue. What a shame. Like just rubbing it in. This dude's from Vegas. So he got 2 of those teams. And this person is arguing with people. I mean, look at the one below. Where's that big mouth Serenity now? I don't even know who Serenity is. I don't know any of these people. But where are the schools over stadiums crybabies at? If someone isn't blocked, will you tag them and let them know we want to see their outrage? It's just rubbing salt in the wound for what? Like, for what reason? You know? We're in the ranty rant section, folks. You know it, dude. I'm up for talking trash about John Fisher. Yeah. Sam Neill. That's cool. I love Sam Neill. I think Chicago has a similar baseball dynamics. Similar, yeah. There's definitely some parallels. They don't break ground in June. Yeah, I don't think so either. Anyone want to take John Fisher's side on that one? Because I guarantee he's going to pull out again. And he's also just saying nonsense like this. Interesting rumor I heard tonight, aka I made it up, or me and a buddy were talking trash and came up with this. Like, first of all, this is just some dude on Twitter. Okay, don't let the checkmark fool you. They're just paying for that. Like, this is not some insider. This is some random person. Okay, people purchase season tickets solely with the purpose of not going and having their seat empty, with the exception like tonight. It's why the cheap seats in grass are always full. Also, mad respect to real Sacramento fans, but they aren't a major league city. First of all, you're making this up. In what reality would this be? Like, with some spiteful Oakland fans are just like, let me drop tens of thousands of dollars to prove a point with one empty seat? Like, he knows that's not plausible. But obviously, with politics and what you see nowadays, people will believe anything. But also, mad respect to Sacramento fans, but they aren't a major league city. How's that mad respect? How is that mad respect? Like, this is so stupid. The cheap seats in grass are always full because they're cheap. And because people are like, oh, the grass seems fun. And you know, like, the overpriced, like, little inner bowl, like, nobody wants to sit there. Like, you're just, like, the fact that part of me wishes, like, you had to register for the internet. And you couldn't just make an account and just make stuff up. Personally sick of these fake fans who love rage clicks and stirring the pot with fans. Hey, I agree, and that's why I never interact with this. I just screenshot it. I'm just talking trash. Like, I don't click on stuff. I don't leave comments. Like, I try to just avoid it. Bet this guy's a massive Elon fanboy. I mean, that checks. You know, that tracks. If you got that much money to blow on seats, can you donate that to me? Yeah, dude, it's so implausible to think that this is a thing. No one has enough money to just give a team money for tickets just so they can have a seat empty. Yeah, and it's like one seat. It's not like some rich guy buying up a whole section and leaving it empty. And the thing is, you could find probably every seat. You could go on the resale sites and find those seats. So it's like, it's so ridiculous for this stupid account to have a check and act like they're an insider. You're just some dude. You're just some jamoke that made an account, and you're just talking trash to people that are obviously hurt and upset that they're losing their team. And you have the nerve to get on there and act like you're somebody. And just, I don't have screenshots of the other ones, but, like calling people crybabies. Like crybabies because they're upset that they lost a team that them and their families cheered for 57 years. Like, what are you like, how do you have no empathy? How are you that weird, man? Like, that is so weird to me. That is so weird to me, man. Like this is exactly what's wrong with society. People just having zero empathy and then going anonymously on the internet. Like, this is what's a joke is like, look at unapologetically honest. You don't have to apologize because you're anonymous, dude. You don't get to claim unapologetically honest when you're just some anonymous dude. That's not brave. Put a face and a name to it. Put a face to and a name to it, then you can be unapologetically honest. Absolute clown behavior, man. People are weird. This is why, like, the internet is so difficult to be on nowadays. Because it's just a bunch of dudes like this. Just absolute moron, dude. No empathy. It's like, if you need attention that bad, like, call your family or something, dude. Go make friends. Join a what's it called? Meetup. Get a hobby. Take a painting class or something. Join a gym. And that's the thing is, every A's fan I know, nobody's upset at Vegas fans. Nobody's upset at Sacramento fans. People are upset that the fans like this have no backbone and no integrity. I'm sorry, if I was from Vegas, and I told people this in Vegas, I was just in Vegas for a month. I would not want my team, I would not want to get a team with those kinds of circumstances. Why do people have zero integrity, zero empathy? Like, you just make this account just to try to, like, hurt people that are already hurt? How weird are you, man? Put a name and a face to this. That's what I want. That's what I want. Put a name and a face to this. All right? And, dude, I wish we could do... Let's do a small time. I don't even know who this person is, okay? I have no idea. This dude could be 6'6" and yoked, right? He could look like a wrestler. And I will say, I still wish we could do a small time sports influencer celebrity boxing match or something. Charity boxing match. Not celebrity. We're not celebrities, but look, you got your 778 followers, right? I got my, 25,000, 26,000 subscribers that don't watch my videos anyways. We're both nobodies. We're both nothing, dude. I have no idea what you look like. I don't know your name. I don't know anything about you other than what type of person you are, which is a weird person, a terrible weird person. But I will fight you. I will box you. And we will look, okay, if I win, which I will, if I win, we'll donate all the money to, like, kids in Oakland or something. And then if you win, we'll give all the money to John Fisher, since that seems to be what you want. All right, we'll donate it to the billionaires if you win, since you're such a bootlicker. I want to fight this person. And look, it's not even about baseball. It's not about baseball. It's about just, I'm so sick of our society having these people, man. I'm so sick of it. Like, why are people just so terrible? Like, I'm going to make an anonymous account just to twist the knife. And then I'm going to have the gall, the absolute nerve to say unapologetically honest from my anonymous account. Absolute joke. Absolute joke. Clown behavior, man. Weirdo clown behavior. Put a name and a face to it, bud. All right? Put a name and a face to it. And that's the thing, man. Like, Vegas fans, like, nobody has a problem with you. Nobody's like, Vegas doesn't deserve baseball or they're terrible fans. No, I mean, there might be some people on Twitter, like, arguing, right? But they're just trying to defend what's happening to them. They defend themselves based on what's happening to them. And it's like, every A's fan I know is like, they have no problem if Vegas got a team. There's like, it shouldn't be our team that's being ripped up. But anyways, whoever you are, Vegas A's News, put a name and a face to this account. Okay? And then we'll do a charity boxing event. Okay? Charity boxing event. If I win, money goes to I don't know, Oakland schools or kids, something, you know, for the kids in Oakland. And if you win, we'll donate it to the billionaires. Your favorite people. You bootlicking idiot, moron, stupid guy. All right, that's all I wanted to say about that. Okay. If I'm a crybaby, he's a fungus on the bottom of my foot. Everyone knows he pays for that blue check mark. Yeah. He's not an insider. He's just some jamoke with an account. And dude, does this dude even go to A's games? Like, what? Probably not. Weirdo, man. One thing like always gets me saying, I went to the Bay Area once and I'll never go again. Your whole city is corrupt. That's another thing, dude. Like, this guy obviously does all the same right-wing talking points about Oakland's a failed city and blah, blah. And they talk about, like, the mayor being charged. Like, nobody's upset about that, dude. Like, if she did something wrong, charge her. Like, nobody's like trying to defend the bad parts about it. But like, dude, if you go to Las Vegas, okay, like I said, I just spent a month in Las Vegas. Go to like the middle of the strip. Go 4 miles eastward. It looks like The Walking Dead. There's trash everywhere. There's people with all sorts of issues wandering around. I mean, it looks crazy. Those issues that people always bring up when it comes to like Oakland and San Francisco and LA, it's always California stuff. It's always like this political thing against liberal cities. And you see it everywhere. I've told you guys this so many times. I went to Alabama. I saw the same stuff in Alabama, in a red state, outside of the cities even. Like, so you guys, you bootlickers, continue to blame the people instead of the billionaires. And you defend the billionaires like they're your daddy. And so we can't actually solve the real issues. What are you gonna say in June when they don't break ground? I wonder. If I lived in Vegas, I wouldn't even tweet anything because there's nothing to talk about. You don't have a team yet, dude. That's the thing. I went to the Vegas Golden Knights game. It was cool. It was super fun. great arena. Those fans were into it. I was like, man, this is awesome to see an expansion team with this kind of success and stuff. Like, they did a lot of things right. They could have the same thing with baseball and nobody would hate on it. But the fact that you're just bootlicking for billionaires and you have no empathy for people who are losing their team is just weird. Seattle teams, the Blazers move. Yeah. If I lived in Vegas, I would be awfully scared of Portland, Salt Lake. No, I think it's just as much of a chance of the A's going to Salt Lake or Portland or staying in Sacramento as there is of them going to Vegas. Portland problem, very fearful. Salt Lake will snipe us, take an expansion team. I don't know why. Because Portland has a bigger TV market. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Sabu passed away. R.I.P. I feel like Tao could have been a good mayor. I feel like she got trapped in the power. I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I don't know. Look, I met her a couple times. I talked to her about the A's situation before. She seemed cool. I mean, obviously, I'm not on the in and out of that, but like, it is what it is, dude. If she was corrupt, if she did illegal things, charge her and fine. No, normal people do not look at politicians as our heroes. They're not. They should be held accountable. We should be very critical of them, even the ones we like. And instead, we're stuck with this cult of personality and these people defending their politicians. And I don't live in Oakland. I didn't vote for her. I had no say in that. Anyways, I think Vegas would definitely get a team over Portland or SLC. Yeah, they want money in Vegas because they're all in on the sports gambling now. The only billionaire I like is Bill Gates. Bill Gates is one of the best ones as far as like philanthropy. He said he's going to give away like almost all his money. He's done amazing things. He's helped eradicate diseases. He's had some of the craziest conspiracy theories against him and all that, which is obvious. Like, he's the one billionaire that's doing philanthropy, so he's the one that gets all the conspiracy theories. Unsubstantiated, by the way. But he's still a billionaire. Like, that money still came from somewhere, you know? Like, there's still little companies that Microsoft bought up that didn't get, you know, what they should have got. That money still came from somewhere. You know what I mean? But I appreciate a billionaire actually putting their money to good use and not just building these cash grab subsidy schemes like tunnels under Vegas. One singular tunnel, like, that'll alleviate traffic. Absolute morons, dude. All he's doing is just trying to get government subsidies, like he's been doing his whole career. These billionaires are not our friends, folks, okay? They're not our friends. Those people got arrested. There's such a huge chip on the shoulder. They never see the big picture. Wait, when I did photos on the hill in January, all they could do was complain about Black Lives Matter riot. It was so unfair. None of those people. It's so crazy, man. They have no empathy. They don't. You remember innocent until proven guilty. So Tao's innocent until the trial ends. Yeah, I agree. I'm suspicious of every billionaire. I agree with you. Mom met Bill when she worked at Microsoft. He seemed cool. Yeah, I mean, he seems all right. His kids seem cool, actually. I watched that show he did. He did like a TV show, and I think he's a decent dude, but it's like, you're still a billionaire. That money still came from somewhere, and you're still out of touch because you're a billionaire. Like, you're just living in a different reality than everyone else. But it seems like his kids kind of keep him grounded a little bit, hopefully. Whereas like Elon, will just like disown his kids if they don't agree with him. But he's a billionaire. I don't trust any of the billionaires. But all the things he did for like malaria and all that is amazing. And that's what people, especially the conspiracy theorist people, don't understand when they just believe memes and they believe hearsay. Like, Bill Gates, fortunately, has saved almost as many lives as anyone in human history with the work he's done. And he should get credit for that. Instead, he gets conspiracies. Instead, he gets called evil and like he's killing people. And it's like him and what's the other guy? Norman something. The dude. There's another. GMOs aren't bad, folks. All right, GMOs can be bad, but they're not inherently bad. What's bad about them is the big companies will copyright them or whatever it is, and then they will sue people if they try to like grow the stuff. That's what's bad. And they could be bad, but they're not. They've saved millions and millions of lives. Like, if we didn't have GMOs, we would not be able to sustain 8 billion people on this planet. But the dude who, he did the, what is it called? He crossed some genes with wheat, and it made wheat a lot stronger and able to survive better climates or something like that. I sound stupid, but I don't remember the story. But anyways, that dude saved billions of lives with what he did. Pacers are up 3-1 on the Cavs. Oh, I did not expect that. Did not expect that. On Bill's shoes, vomiting on his shoes. Wow. Bill Gates could buy the Mariners. That'd be interesting. Look, I want him to give his money away. So give the money away and no more billionaires. All right? Anyways, sorry. Got a little ranty, dude. Got a little ranty here. What else? I was going to show you guys some jerseys. We'll go totally off different topic now. Getting rid of Red Dye 40. I mean, I support getting rid of it if it's shown to be actually toxic. If we do the studies. And because I do not trust any of the huge conglomerate food companies because they want to do whatever makes them the most money. So they have no problem using a cheaper ingredient if it's worse for us. And that's the whole reason behind, I think probably the biggest scam in food of the last century is probably like fat's bad as opposed to the real problem, which was sugar. But again, this could be wrong, right? Because we adjust what we know and what we learn. But I think sugar is probably the worst thing that we consume way too much of. And I think that leads to more health problems than anything. But I could be wrong. But yeah, I don't trust any of these companies. So they need to, I don't know. I trust the organizations, which is why they need to be funded and checked. Lakes, I just got home. I agree that there's things we always wanted to do as kids and didn't get to do. When we have the chance as adults, we should be able to still do those things. Yeah, man. But at the same time, I do want to like give the kids the opportunities. But, and here's the thing, like, and I know this is 8 topics ago, but it's like when players, like athletes, will only sign for kids, they won't sign for adults. And I was never an autograph chaser, but now I want to get autographs. But I understand why it's ruined because people just go sell it on eBay immediately. Like, so I don't know. They were up 41 at halftime. I saw I saw the score early and I was like, oh man, I didn't believe all the conspiracy about that. Love the guy, but it annoyed me. Yeah, I mean, just social media is full of misinformation. People get their news and their facts from memes. Sad state of affairs, man. Like, the anti-intellectualism in the United States is just at a crazy level right now, and I think it's all on purpose. You know, I think they want to defund education and they want to fool people like, oh, you don't want an education. That's liberal brainwashing. It's like, really, more knowledge makes you more liberal. And that's brainwashing. Take everything with a grain of salt. There's always things I used to say were bad and now they say are good and vice versa. Yeah, for sure. That's why you just always need to continue to study and support the science. You know what I mean? I wouldn't take that from a kid. I chanced another ball yesterday. Wasn't going to run to it when there was a kid running to it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, see, that makes sense. I think you got to like case by case basis, you know? But I don't think it's inherently bad if an adult wants an experience. All right, let's look at some jerseys, man. These are from Stargazer, Wade and Williamson. These are some Atlanta jerseys. But I don't know what all of them are because I'm not super familiar with Atlanta. But these are just some concept Atlanta Hawks jerseys, and I really like them, so I just want to show them. So this is the router. So I think this is the, public transit system based, which I said is kind of played out. They do it too much, but I think this jersey's beautiful. I do really like this. It looks like an old school jersey. It looks like a jersey from Semi Pro or something, which I really like. Looks like an ABA jersey. Yeah, I think these are beautiful. So this is Stargazer jerseys, Wade and Williamson, whoever that is. Then you got, this one's fun, the Peaches. So this is like their Georgia Peach plates, license plates. Usually I don't like the gradients, but I don't know, it kind of looks nice here. If it had shorts that go the opposite way, so it kind of just fades, that'd be super cool. I don't know. I think they could do a cooler graphic than just the one on the plate, but it's kind of cool. I really like these colors. I think they're nice, nice colors. And this one, so I don't know what this is. I think this is an old sign, like an old neon sign or something from Atlanta. So again, I'm not as familiar as I wish I was, but I like the style of it. The logo, the Atlanta, whatever the sign is, I guess drive-in movie theaters or whatever. It doesn't really make a good jersey logo, but I do like the lines going across. I think that's cool. The lines with the number inside is really cool. And I just think it goes to show that you can think outside the box without making it just totally just not work. Whereas so many of the designs, I think, of the last like 10 plus years, going back to Adidas and Nike now, it's like they try to think outside the box, but it just doesn't make good design. And I just think this is like a cool idea where I think it could work. Sugar. Yeah, sugar and bread. Like the breads from like Subway is like all sugar. Details public transit, small. So I think you'd really enjoy Atlanta. I want to go to Atlanta. Restaurant called the Varsity. Okay. Is it like a drive-in restaurant? Is that why it says drive-in? Let's see. The Varsity. Ah, you're right. It is. That's what it is. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I thought it was like drive-in movie theaters. I thought that's why it was called drive-in. So I don't know. Is this a chain or is it one place? That's funny. All the hats. Man, it looks good. Chili dog and a peach pie. You know what? I have heard of this place. I remember the peach pies. Oh, that looks good. All right, I got to get to the Varsity. Folks. Good pull there. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know how good it would look on the jersey, but I like the thought. And this is a fun one. I think this is Waffle House. The Waffle House jerseys. It's actually, I think, a beautiful jersey. I think with the pinstripes though, it's a little too pacery. Kind of looks like Pacers with black instead of blue. Go to the Coke factory. Yeah, I've wanted to see that. Heard it's pretty cool. Yeah, I like these Waffle House jerseys. I think it looks nice. I think it looks nice. I wish I could tell what was on the border here. I think it's just a little design, but I can't tell if it's supposed to be something. But I think they're cool. I think did I tell you guys I went to Waffle House one time. So I went in Texas and I was working an overnight shift out there. So I got off at like 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. I think. Got off at like 4 a.m. and I went to the Waffle House nearby. Everyone told me to go to. And they were like closed because they said their system was down. Right? There was like a few people outside trying to get in. And there was a few people inside. And they're like, oh, they said like their system's down or something. So I'm like, all right. So I drove across town. This is like outside of Austin, Texas. Drove across town to a different Waffle House. And I walked in and it just, oh, you could just feel it in the air. It wasn't a good morning. There was one cook, one girl working the register. There was no chatter. It was just a bleak atmosphere in this Waffle House. The cook didn't look happy. The cashier didn't look happy. And, you know, I know Waffle House. I know its reputation for fights and all that. So I'm like, well, maybe that's how it's supposed to be. Maybe this is how it's supposed to feel. So I just kind of got a basic order. I don't even remember. I got like a waffle. I think I got scrambled eggs or something. I don't remember. I just got a kind of a basic meal. You know, like whenever I try a new place, I always just try to get something super basic, not something super niche or like out of the box. I took it back to my hotel and man, it was pathetic. It was so mid. Like it wasn't terrible, but it was much closer to terrible than good. All right. And I could just tell there was no love in that meal. There was no love in that meal. And the thing is, though, I chalk it up to like I went at 5 a.m. or something. This girl, I mean, she was pretty young. She was probably, I feel like she was in her early 20s, if not even a teenager. And it's like 5 a.m. and some jamoke like me walks in. So I don't know, maybe I get it. It seemed like her and the cook were not getting along the way they were interacting. I think they forgot something too, so I had to like walk back from my car. There was just no love in that meal. So I got to try Waffle House again. I know there's one near my sister's house, so if I go stay out there and see my niece and nephew again, I'll try it. But yeah, there was no love in that meal, man. The plate one's the best. The Georgia peach ones. These. Yes, entertainment. If you went to Waffle House 2 a.m. Wish more teams had license plate inspired jerseys. The Rockies Old City Connect was fire. Those Georgia concepts are cool too. Yeah, no, I agree. Oakland Soul went 5-0. Nice. Waffle House has much more aura than IHOP for sure. If you're gonna go to it, you have to go to the original one that's downtown. Good night, Diosa. Time I went to Waffle House was during the morning. Yeah, Bang Bang Variety Gang. I think we went to Waffle House in downtown Atlanta like 8 or 9. Yeah, if I go to Waffle House again, I want it to be like in Georgia, you know? It's like going to Denny's at 2, 3 a.m. Sad vibe. Yeah. But here's the thing, though. Not anymore. Not anymore. But Denny's at 2 a.m. on like a Friday, Saturday night near an area with a lot of like nightlife used to be so much fun. We used to go all the time. Everyone after the club would go to Denny's. Sometimes it got dangerous, but that was cool. That was cool. But it was like packed. It wasn't like a Denny's at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday out in the middle of nowhere, you know. Oregon Blazers license plate would look great. And then this, not Atlanta, but if you guys know, like this is from Casey Vitelli. I think the Denver Nuggets have the worst jerseys in the league. They're so boring. I don't think they make sense. I hate everything about the Denver Nuggets jerseys. So this Casey Vitelli did these concepts, which I love. Like, I still think they should change the colors. Right? We already got the Warriors in the West. I think they need to do more like orange and red and dark blue, sort of like in the 90s. But this design, super cool. It's classic, but somehow modern, you know? I love the stripe. I love the number up top like that. It gives it like a throwback vibe. It's got the logo on it. Like, it's got a lot of elements, but it's not too busy. I think these are beautiful. I think these are so much better than their jerseys now. They're the Nuggets jerseys now. How sad that they finally won a championship in those ugly jerseys. Like during the Melo AI jerseys, I didn't like those either, honestly. I like the 90s jerseys and before that. I didn't like the Melo ones. I know they were super popular. Everyone liked them. They were like really popular with streetwear and stuff like that. I didn't like them. Looks like a Pacers jersey kind of. Yeah, no, the colors, I don't really like the colors because it looks like Pacers Warriors. But if they change this with their own colors, or if they did something like this with their old school like Spectrum colors, that'd be awesome. Nuggets 5280 branding annoys the hell out of me. I like the altitude aspect of it. Feel like nobody understands the numbers, how high the city is. All right, Blue, have a good night. I feel like people get it. I really like the City Connect or whatever it was. Not City Connect, whatever they called it. Jerseys that had that on it this year. Thought they were beautiful. Fun fact, I've been to Denny's near Fisherman's Wharf. I've been to that Denny's before too. Yeah, I know that Denny's. Just wish teams can wear the traditional home whites. Agreed, dude. The Nuggets were wearing the blues today, and OKC had on the whites, and I was really irritated. I totally agree, Eddie. I don't know this, but you literally ran into one of the most rarest things in the world, a closed Waffle House. I know, right? Wolves too. And sad for the throwback jerseys are some of the best. Agreed. The Wolves jerseys are super bland as well. When the Wolves and Nuggets have some of the coolest jersey history, and right now have the blandest jerseys. Or else they're known for never closing. Yeah. Playing a road game in Denver and esports always a pain. Yeah. Denny's under the Holiday Inn. Yeah, that's the Denny's in Fisherman's Wharf area. Yes, I've been to that Denny's. The Varsity Restaurant. I don't know, I missed that. But yeah, closed Waffle House you don't see often. Blazers have some amazing uniforms. I love the Blazers uniforms. I do. But like the Denver Nuggets, let's see if I can find like a good. Okay, here. Here we go. Nuggets history. I mean, their jerseys now are awful. Those 2022 ones with the Spectrum on the side are okay, but the font is ridiculous. But their current jerseys are some of the most boring jerseys in the world. The ones I like is actually 93 to 2003. Probably because the Wild West vibe, but it's also you're nicknamed the Nuggets. Have a little gold in there. Have a little gold in there, dude. If you're literally named after it. So I like that with the kind of the red, orange, gold with the blue. And I love the 85 to 93. I love the 82 to 85. I love those with like the rainbow behind the city skyline and the Rockies. Some of these older, I never saw the 73, 74 fake Lakers ones. I don't think I've ever seen that jersey. But yeah, I think they should go back to I think they should go back to the Wild West lettering. Um, like that font they use where it's like trying to be futuristic, but it didn't work. I don't like that font. I don't like their current font. I didn't like the font on the Carmelo jerseys. You know what it is about the Carmelo jerseys? Now that I look at it and I realize, I didn't like that it didn't have piping on the side. I don't think there's a jersey I like that doesn't have trim. I think your jersey's got to have trim. So yeah. 80s ones look so nice, and I agree. 80s ones are so dope. I think if they could somehow incorporate that with like, I don't know, or I don't know. I just think they have so much to pull from, and instead they have the most boring, bland jerseys. These are sucking. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. They're so boring. And the other one just Mile High City. And just like the colors. I mean, look how gross the colors are. It's just blue, yellow, red. Just doesn't make sense. There's no cohesion. Just none of it makes sense. Like they have no identity color-wise. Good night, Gabriel. Chase Center? What's Friday? Oh, that's already. Is that already the 16th? I'm trying to be. Yeah, that is the 16th. I'm trying to be. Redeem themselves briefly in 22. Yeah, agreed. They've had some cool alternates. I like their alternate this year too. But yeah, no. You can't have this cool of history for a long time. And even if they did like the Carmelo ones redone, I think they could look cool. But like there's so much cool stuff to pull from here. But as you see, looking at this whole thing, they have no identity throughout their history. They've changed too much. So yeah. I think yeah. Anything else we're talking about today? Huh? Goals. Yeah. No, I'm trying to be. Another team I think doesn't have a color identity is Canucks. Yeah, the Canucks also. But yeah, man. Did I show it? Yeah, I showed the things. I barely drank my drink. I still got my Kevon Looney out here too. Look, man, the Warriors better figure it out, dude. And yeah, go Valkyries. Season starts Friday. Or wait, is that game 1 or is that just the home opener? I haven't looked at the schedule. Look, I got a bunch of videos done that'll be coming out soon. I got one I'm editing right now. I'm really excited about. It's about a year and a half old, so I've been sitting on it. It's a lot of fun, and I'm excited about it. You know, yeah. I'm hoping I can get all these videos out. I have a lot. You know, sorry, I'm just like thinking. Shout out Raymond Moore. Shout out Salvador Hernandez and Brooklyn, the newest members. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Yeah. Like I said, this year I wanted to do more history stuff, so I got a lot of history stuff coming. Now, I will say I do plan. Well, what I want to do right now, it's a lot, but what I want to do is SF City FC next week. I want to do Valkyries, and I want to do Oakland Ballers home opener. I don't know if I'll do a video for the Ballers, to be honest. I might. I might as well. If I go, I might as well. I kind of want to just go to a game and enjoy it, though, but we'll see. But that's the plan right now. Yeah, I think... I don't know, man. I'm worried about the Warriors. Obviously, we're in a bad position, but... It's just like, man, Steph's first hamstring. You don't want to rush it. But, man, we need him, huh? We need him, don't we? Scrap it all. Nuggets need a new logo and color scheme. You might be right. But I think there's stuff to pull from there, though. I think there's enough to pull from. When it comes to the mining stuff, like the pickaxe and stuff, there's a lot of stuff to pull from. Melo era aren't their best, but I still 1,000 times better than what they have now. Agreed. How confident are we in the Warriors getting through the next round? We can't go to game 5 down 3-1. We gotta try to get one. Thrive City. If I can make that happen, that's a good idea. Look, if Thrive City, it would have to be like next round. If we can get to next round, I'll try to do Thrive City. I need your address though, dude. Saying 2019 the Warriors definitely rushed KD. Yeah, I mean he kind of said that. I don't know. Maybe we did. But was it the Warriors? Was it him? I don't know. Dubs need to pull this off for Steph. We're so close. They need to pull it off for me, dude. I got nothing. The sun will shine, dude. I hope so. Man. Yeah, it's been a rough go lately. And sending my love to you as well, Paul. I hope things, smooth out. Basically cut the Wolves to 100 without Dre. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like Draymond's definitely got to calm down. Got to relax. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of if there's anything else I want to talk about. I don't know. KD shouldn't have played in game 5. Yeah, he probably shouldn't have. I went to game 4 of that series and it wasn't fun. Yeah, I feel like it's a entirely different series. And this may sound obvious, but like getting Steph back down 3-2, being down 3, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like if they win the next one, I don't know if we can dig out of that hole, even with Steph back. I don't know, dude. I'm trying not to think about it. Anything else I want to talk about? Yeah, I don't know. SF City FC, Ballers, and Valkyries. That's kind of my sports plans. I'm trying to conserve money right now, so I don't know about any other plans right now. But we'll see. I hope you're right, man. Hope you're right. Game 7 in Toronto would have been tough, but I don't know. We lost all our depth because of KD, so it's like we couldn't really do much when KD and Clay went down. you know, I don't know. All right. I know it's a shorter stream than normal, but I'm gonna call it. Got some stuff to do. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening to me rant and rave like a lunatic. Go Warriors. Okay, we're gonna do this. Go Giants. Please stop the skid. Please stop the skid. Please. Sharks got the number 2 pick. Continue to build the future. Valkyries home opener this week. Finally, I can cheer for the WNBA. Bay FC, Roots, Soul. Let's go. I'm trying to get into soccer more. What else? 49ers, dude. Can we get like another O lineman free agent or something? Is there someone available, please, for the love of God? Announce the schedules so I know what games or when. Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Vertlife.